Alright, so my filter's finished drying outside, and so I'm going to attempt to run the vacuum while Karina is asleep. I don't know if you see her. She's asleep. And look at that, I cleaned up my table too. Looks awesome. Alright, so I'm going to try and vacuum and see how this goes. I really hope I don't wake her up, but I really do want to vacuum. I guess I'm just going to continue with this room. Actually, I'm not going to vacuum yet. So I'm just going to continue with what I'm doing. I have other things I can work on instead of waking her up. Yeah, and she's already whining a little bit. So. I don't know if going up or down is a better angle. So. Usually a gather up would be, but I have granola all over my floor that I'm eventually gonna vacuum up a little bit later. Yeah. The thing I don't get is I don't get why James would ever want to pressure me into working outside the home. But how much he valued his grandmother. His grandmother helped, like, raise him. Basically raised him. All he did was talk about, oh, well, my grandmother was always there, and my grandmother this, and my grandmother that, my grandma. Right? And when Stella died, he wouldn't leave that bed. He was like, oh, I feel like, yeah, he literally felt like he lost his parents after his grandparents died. So, like, we both value women inside the home. I don't know why he would be talking about, me getting a job outside the home when we both value women inside the home. So. Right, I'm just clearing everything out of it underneath. Hobby Toys I don't get into. It always happens. These are hard to get up to. I think they're going away. Want to sit down on the couch? I don't see how he doesn't see that this is enough for me to do. Sometimes it's even too much for me to do. Karina's been asleep for a little bit, so I do have a load of dishes going, and so that's pretty awesome. Like, I know people are alive that dollar bill, like, means something to people, like, not really, money doesn't mean anything. I mean, my kid's not gonna care about money when she's this age to about, like, hopefully she won't ever really care about money, but I mean, where is the base to this? Starting to wonder how many whistles we actually have in the house. There's 3 now, with the 2 over there and the one in my hand. Alright, so it is just those 3 I'm missing. 1, 2, And the green one, I think it's number 4. I don't know what the green one is. And I'm missing a pink spoon as well. Oh, there's the green one. I mean, it was funny when we had Karina. When Karina was like a month old, James is like, "Oh, I can't wait for grandkids." What? I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, grandkids." And I'm just like, "You are absolutely crazy. Like, why would you even think that, say that? Like, that's just crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy." And I have absolutely no idea why he'd want me to work outside the house. Like, I know he wants the money from me working outside the house. But just because if I work outside the house doesn't mean I'm going to be giving him money. Like, I don't think so. You know? But, yeah. I mean, we agreed before we had kids, the only way I would have kids with him was if it was very well understood that I would be inside the home, working inside the home. That is my job. And he's like, "Oh, well, you are not." You know, he's like, "You know, other things were your job too, and you're not doing them anymore." It's like, okay, well, I don't have time to cook you beautiful meals anymore like I was, or to cater to your video game habit like I was. Like, I can see where he feels shorted, but I mean, he never did anything with me. So, I mean, I've always kind of felt a little shorted in some areas from him. So, you know, the things that he wants to do with me are things I don't even agree with. Like, he wants to, he finds going out to dinner to be fun, entertaining, relaxing, and all I worry about when we go out to dinner is the cost of it. Like, why would he go out to dinner? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, we have arms and legs, we can cook ourselves, we can look up recipes, like whatever you want to eat, we can make plenty of, and it'll be healthier, and you can make it inside your own home, where you know everything is prepared properly, no one's doing anything funny or spitting in your food. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like if James could have afforded it, he would have chose a girl that was higher maintenance than me. Like, he would have chose someone who likes to get their hair done, get their nails done, and like maybe someone who likes to work outside the home. You know, I feel like if it wasn't just an understanding that we have for each other about, like, I don't know, our lives that we had growing up, I feel like maybe he would have chosen someone who does different activities that he is a little bit more interested in. They're very relaxed activities and they cost money. So, like, he would have chosen someone like that. This is someone who's like, "Oh my gosh, you just spent $10 on what? Like, why isn't that in savings right now? Like, you know, like, why are you spending your money?" Like, yeah, he thinks I'm a little too old. I think he kind of chose me because I was so responsible with money, and he was just all over the place with his money. Good. We don't need fix lights right now. So I don't know, like, I do feel like he would have chosen someone who was a little bit more into the like, he wants like a bigger house and like, just like, I see it as a waste of money. Like you could have a small house and have just as much or more value in that small house if we own it as having a bigger house. So. I do feel like James will one day be able to afford the things that he's wanted, though, maybe. I don't know, maybe not, maybe. Because, you know, I feel like he's going to spend his money maybe on wants now, like he kind of does, and then, you know, it's just not going to have any for later. They take the exerciser outside. I think I'll just keep off of it. We are back to the kitchen. How often is that? I guess that's it for my update. I guess I can just keep recording. says that I have no sense of art, right? I'm always taking photos of like everything, and really when I stopped taking so many photos of my life, I was taking photos of my food because my food became my art. Like he says, I have absolutely no sense of art. Like I think that we just have art maybe in different areas. Like I think that photos of people is art. He thinks that photo of people is not art. He also thinks that abstract art is not art. Like, he's like, that's not art. He's like, you have no concept of art or what art is. And he's just so set in his ways. I don't know. I just thought that was funny because I was thinking about, dinner, what am I going to make for dinner, and all the dinners I used to cook, and the way that I used to take photos of my dinners all the time because my dinners became my artwork, Once again, I'll have wonderful masterpieces again. I make everything from the dough to the sauces, like everything was homemade. So it was really like my canvas. It was my canvas to play with. And he didn't even see any of that as art. He's always like, why are you taking photos of your food? You're so weird. It's like, yeah, but I'm not gonna always be able to do this, so and you're just gonna have this as a memory, like you're not even gonna remember it because you didn't look at his food, he was too busy on the video table. We didn't have a table set out for just like eating back then. He would eat at his computer desk and do his thing on his computer while he was eating his food, so he barely looked at it, let alone anything else, unless I made him turn around and eat with me at this little coffee table that I found. And so I'm so glad I took photos of my food, though. Like, I don't tend to listen to him. Like, when I used to take photos of, like, I used to do, I guess, day in the life photo journals. I would take photos of every single day, everything I was doing, who I was with, where I was at, because the moments are fleeting. And, I've never been a big spender, so my quality and my value in life is just the little things I'm doing, like the people I'm hanging out with. The work that I do, like, I was working around the clock, so my work was really my canvas. It was my art template. It was my, these were my titles, and this is what I was doing, and this is who I was working with. I honestly wish I started taking more photos sooner. I really regretted that when I was taking photos, and then I stopped, and then I was like, wow. And the thing I noticed as I'm going through all my old images is I never really turned the camera around at myself. I never took photos of myself. I was just taking photos of the world around me and what surrounded me. And I would like turn the camera around and take photos of myself sometimes, but just seldom, So I really like the videos. I really like the day in the life videos. I wish I started doing this sooner, because I don't have a lot of videos from when Karina was little. The ones I do have are actually pretty much on the YouTube, because I want her to be able to see them when she's older. So, I wish that I started this when I was pregnant with her. Because I went to all those doctor's appointments all by myself, and, I would have liked to have a video of what I was doing. The fact that I cooked throughout my entire pregnancy, and like all that stuff. I would have loved to have on tape. And I was even doing my clothes on the washboard. That washboard I have in my bathroom that you might see sometimes. I used to literally, that's how we were doing the clothes. That's how I was doing the clothes. So I'd boil a pot of water, go into the bathroom, and I'd have a rinse bucket, a wash bucket, and a rinse bucket. So the clothes would be soaking in the rinse bucket, and we only had a shower stall. So I was literally washing the clothes on the washboard sideways, standing up like this and washing the clothes like this. And, so I'd take it from the rinse bucket, wash it on the washboard where the shower was going, and then I'd put it into my wash bucket, and then I'd take it out to the stove top, and I'd boil them on the stove, and then I'd bring them out in the other rinse bucket, and then I'd hang them up, in the house. I was hanging them in the house because that's what the line was. We didn't have a garden or a yard or anything like that. So I mean, I'd love to have videos of me being pregnant and doing that and me going to the laundromat all the time and like all the stuff I used to do. Like, I can tell the stories now, but I don't have the videos to be like, see, look at this is what I did. You know? That was really nice cancellation flyer. And sometimes I feel like someone else would have treated me better or realized the amount of work that I do. You know? Every once in a while I do feel that way. Like, I tell him every day how much I appreciate him working outside the house. And maybe I make him feel too entitled. Sometimes I really do feel like maybe James never really loved me from the beginning, and maybe, I don't know, me trying to make him love me and stick it out with me, and, you know, just trying to be like the best partner that I can be, trying to be as accommodating as I can be, trying to be as forgiving and as understanding as I possibly can be, trying to be very, very accepting of things that he does. Like, I really, really try. I try to be very understanding and very accepting. And I try to let him do whatever it is that he wants to do, whenever it is that he wants to do it. And I try to be very loving. And very appreciative too, because I do. Like, every single day I'm just like, I appreciate that you work outside the home for us. Yeah, that's something I'm unwilling to do. Is work outside the home and earn money. Like that, you know, something I used to do. And I feel like I earned staying home, you know? I did my outside the home stint. I worked that part of my life, and, you know, when I was younger, and I wanted to do that. And he stayed home during that part of our lives. Like, I feel like he earned the, you know, work outside the home title. Like, he's also a man, and his job is to provide, you know, and wealth-wise. His job is to provide wealth-wise. My job is to provide family-wise, you know? And I feel like we do that. I just don't know how to make him happier. So, and I am not getting a job outside the house. I don't even care what he thinks. You know? want to use the rest of the stuff before I get rid of it. And yes, I do have more than in the sink. I have. My magic number is usually 6 for items, and I probably have a little bit more than 6 a week. Because running out of dish soap shouldn't be a fairly gosh store time. Even though stores are fun, I can't do a lot of them. Honestly, stores make me sad. Though. I walk in and I feel like very sad. Very, very sad to be in a store that costs money. So, I think it's just because I don't like to spend my money. Like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter if we need it or not. I really don't like to spend it. Or James is a little bit more free with his money. And he's just like, oh, I want this. Like, it's not even a need. He doesn't need it. Nope. It's just like, I want this. And people, like, save $10 a month in order to get it on a good budget. I'll just be like, yeah, okay, well, I didn't tell you that I wanted this, but I want this now. So, I'm going to go out and get this thing that I want. And it's just like, really? Like, that's what you're doing? And it's just like, well, I work hard. He does. I agree, he does work hard. Like, honestly, we're going on a vacation. On his vacation, like, we're going to the beach for the weekend. We're going to stay at the campground. As long as he still wants to do that. And, so, I am taking money from the savings for that instead of doing it the responsible way and doing it next year. I'm just going to take money from the savings. Because James wants to do a vacation, and I want him to have fun during his vacation. But honestly, I mean, that was the trip that he was talking about. A few years ago, we went to the beach, and James got really bad sunburn on his legs. We literally, like, left from work. I was supposed to be going to the beach with Rachel, and Rachel was like, well, if you're going, then James isn't going. And I'm just like, well, if James isn't going, I'm not going. You know, I can't just leave James.